Testing 1, 2, 3. I have believed in my convictions and been convicted for my beliefs, and I've been conned by the Constitution and harassed by the police. And I've been billed for the Bill of Rights for what included me all along. Like all men are created equal, there's no amendment needed there, because my people have contributed in every circle, from Cotton to Sunset Strip to Washington Square. And during the nonviolent era, there was no nonviolence because too many rednecks had guns. And there failed to be this pattern that most black people fail to pick up on, that all our leaders who dared to stand up were either on trial, dead in the courtroom, or gone.
Good morning. Story of the day. Haiti is the only country in the Western Hemisphere that freed itself from colonialism and being enslaved. And this morning we learned that all American citizens in Haiti are ordered to leave immediately. And there has been the capture and kidnapping of an American nurse, a good woman, a Christian woman, who has considered herself a part of the Haitian community and has been over there helping the community for years in terms of providing nursing services. And now she's been kidnapped with her child. Haiti has been a prolonged problem, and many white nationalists believe that Haiti is cursed because it freed himself from the French. Haiti is a geopolitically complex situation because it is truly still leans towards France. By the way, the Haitians had to pay France money for Haiti freeing itself from France. That's a whole nother story. But the relationship with Haiti is more with the French than in many ways with Americans from my perspective, though there are many Haitians, especially in the Miami area, and actually the press secretary for President Biden is from Haiti, and they are somewhat filtered into the American society, but not as much as other Caribbean and African countries. The situation is here, though, is Haiti has become a lawless country where gangs and corruption is just rampant, more than perhaps any other country on the face of the earth. I mean, remember, this is the country where they assassinated the president right in front of everyone. And so what needs to happen is there's been some talk that Kenya is willing to send 1,000 troops. But I would think particular would be the Rwandans, because of their atonement and their gruesome years of Hutu, Tutsi violence, and also because they speak French. And I think Secretary Blinken ought to be aiming that way. Maybe they are, but this morning it's reported that they're willing to send 1,000, possibly Kenyans, to train Haitian police, which I don't see how that's going to happen. The Kenyans primarily speak English. So it's just a story of the day that popped up off the screen. I think that, I'm trying to do each day as just a little tidbit, aside from always the Randi's Rant, but the story that really sticks out, that's got legs, as they say in the journalism business. And it's going to be predominant
Good morning.
in the news. And we finally, as a nation, and not just as a nation, but as an international community,
story
we finally need to deal
Randi's
with
Rant.
the
Former
instability
President Donald
in Haiti
Trump
without
just announced
interfering in
that he is
terms of
asking
our
the
previous
Republican Party, as
colonialist
well as
involvement with the country.
very
So that's my
conservative
story
U.S.
of the day
Congress
that's got
to
legs.
cut off all
It's
funding
going somewhere.
to Ukraine.
Thank you.
Because President Biden and his son have done business with Burisma, a Ukrainian company that Hunter Biden was on the board, and no link from the FBI, CIA, or any other national security agency has been able to show that Joe Biden has done anything. And of course, you all realize that Hunter Biden is probably going to get some jail time, possibly. But the matter that the same thing that Donald Trump was indicted for, he is now pretty much using the same tactic to ask that this country stop funding the Ukrainian people who were invaded by the Russians, not just invaded, but a naked aggression towards the Russians. And American conservatives are lining up to support this strategy, which in essence is the United States would be supporting Russia because Donald Trump wants to destroy Joe Biden and in essence destroy our whole political system. He is not the president, and he probably should not be defaming and defiling our justice and investigative system as if he were some mobster. I've heard these same tirades from everybody from the John Gottis to Sam Giancana's and these guys were solid mobsters. This guy is someone who appears to be very much extremely narcissistic and uncaring of our country, because there was no collusion, but there was Paul Manafort. Anybody ever, the media, look at all of their savviness and sharp suits on both sides of the fence, have not really brought this to the forefront. I suggested every American spend $1 at Dollar General or somewhere, or Ollie's, and buy a copy of the U.S. Constitution and start reading it. And don't read, and see, the Constitution is not Republican or Democrat. The Constitution is a noble piece of paper of a free society that struggled and died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corner, looking for some rain. This is Randy LaFall on July the 31st, 2023. Hassani, it's come to my conclusion, or I've come to the conclusion that this little story of the day, which is not a Randy rant, it's just the story of the day that I sort of observed. It's a part of a waking up, but it not only, I think, is a pretty neat piece, but it's a way of informing you. When you're in your busy life, you're not aware of stories that I think have real magnitude and in the long run an impact on you and your family. And I think it's twofold in terms of doing this little spit. And so I hope you listen to it and somehow are able to. And I hope you realize this is the first time I've ever said anything about Donald Trump in all of the podcasts I've ever done or anything else. Individual number one, I'm sorry. Okay? So peace be with you. Kiss the kids. Bless the world.